Well, folks, this is Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. UK time. Just having a look at the Bitcoin chart. This is the weekly chart that we've been looking at for quite some time. And you see, we did break down to the downside. Just took the this was the price we were looking at initially to complete this Gartley pattern. If you remember, off the low, the X, A, B, C, D came in right at the 61% retracement right down here. Then we bounced, then we came down, went to a new low, and then we bounced off this low. Now, all we've done now is we've come down and we've tested this low, just taking it out by a few pips, which has reversed quite strongly. What it's also done, if you notice this A, B, C, D in blue, it's completed this A, B, C, D perfectly, not only in time, but in price. If you look at the time between the high to the high, you clone that and project it from the low. That's the time between the low to the low. So we've got perfect time and price harmony on this ABCD pattern. So that's coming in. So what we do now, we'll come down and have a look at it on a lower time frame. So first of all, we'll look at the daily chart. And this is the double bottom on the daily. You see when we had a strong bounce, then we rallied for a few days. Now what we've done is we've completed another ABCD pattern on the daily from the low we made back in late November. We rallied and then we came down A, B, C, D. What's interesting is the CD leg has expanded the AB by exactly 1.618. There's your AB. If you project that from here, you can see the CD leg has expanded by 1.618. Because we've just taken this low out here by a few points, that was 65.68. The low today is 64.80. This is actually a butterfly pattern. X, A, B, C, D, because we've gone below point X just by a few points. That was the lowest closing candle yesterday. So the question is, how would you trade this if you wanted to buy it? How would you trade it? Well, this is my strategy, and it might not work. But I look at this lowest closing day here, and we've gone lower than the closing day. Now we've come back. I want to see the first candle close above the high of this closing day. So in other words, we've gone lower, we've come back, and we've closed above the high. The high on that candle, I've got it on the ask because there's about a 40 or 50 point spread on this. The high on that is 69.73. So I want to see a close. Now, if you wanted to be a little bit more aggressive, you could come down to a 4-hour chart and wait for the first 4-hour candle to close above 69.73. So that one's just closed at 6 p.m. That's why I decided to record the video. I'll just zoom in a little bit on this. So I'll have to wait for the 10 p.m. candle. If the 10 p.m. candle closes above 69.73, I'll be interested in having a look at it. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, this was quite good support. This red line support, we rallied support. Then we've broken through support. You might want to wait for it to. It could rally back, kiss the support of the spot and become resistance. Then she starts lower again. That's a possibility. So if you want to be a little bit more conservative, you could wait for it to get back above this red line before you decided to buy. It's all about your appetite for risk. And then sort of your reward on it, well, what would be a potential reward? Well, we looked back at the weekly chart, didn't we? And we said there's a potential for an A, B, C, D. Now, that was a 10,000 point move. So if this is a real major low in the Bitcoin, then we could be looking for a huge move. So it's worth keeping an eye on this, folks. You risk on the trade, well, I won't risk any more than this week's low, basically yesterday's low. That'll be it. Any break below this low, oh no, forget it, you're out. That's it, because that means this pattern's failed. Your CD leg's gone beyond 1.618, no good. So you risk on that like your low there's about 64.20, I believe. Obviously, you've got to want bid for your low. Yeah, your low 64.20. I'd have a stop around 6,400, no more than that. No more than that. So you're going to have to risk 400 or 500 points on this. But then again, you know, that is what it is. That's not much more than the daily ATR. The daily ATR at the minute, as you can see, well, today it's as you can see, 360 points on your that's your average daily price move. But it does a lot more. You get over here, look, 400, 450, 450. You know, it does go nearly 500 there, so it does vary, and you get some big moves. So worth keeping an eye on, folks. I don't know anything about Bitcoin. I just trade the chart patterns and the ratios. That's all I do. This is an ABCD, as you can see. So that's all I do. I trade these patterns. These allow you to control your risk. You know, nothing wrong with banking a little bit of profit as well. You know, so if you're risking 500 and the market gives you 500, take some profit off the table. Lock the rest at break even. That way you can't lose, can you? So hope this helps. Take care and good luck with your trading, folks.